You all ready? Okay. And I thought today was a good day overall. I thought offense maybe had the best Tuesday practice we've had all year. I mean, it was impressive seeing those guys fly around. Really took to the game plan, some of the things that we're asking them to do this week, and I thought the focus on the fundamentals, the details, and just really going out and working to execute. I mean, it was an impressive day. Defensively, too inconsistent. There were some good moments, but the standard of how we need to operate and the way we need to approach each day, I don't think we hit that as clean as it needed to be today. Some misfits, some missed opportunities, things that it's a first day with a game plan, so sometimes those are going to show up, but we need to have a better sense of urgency in the correction of that, and wasn't as pleased as what we should be with the Tuesday practice from our defense and the standard of what we're holding them and how they need to work and what they need to do. Wasn't a terrible day on that side, but it definitely can be better, and we need to respond and get better. You'll hear tomorrow, but all in all, I thought it was overall was a good day as a team. I got some good special teams work and some good competitive drills. So we'll just continue to work as the week goes along.
Is there any correlation between the way you guys practice on Tuesday and how that kind of carries for the rest of the week and then it's Saturday?
Each week it's a little bit different. Everything matters. For me, I want to see the response in it. And, today, like I said, offensively had one of the best days. That's going to take you so far. But if you don't respond tomorrow, then you're setting yourself up for disappointment. We've had some steady work throughout, and you see growth and improvement. On the flip side of it, there's been days that we haven't practiced as well as we needed to. Guys took the correction, made the adjustments, and we were able to go out there and still play at a pretty high level in those situations and the work that we were focused on through the day. But it all shows up sometime. And there's weeks that you might have a bad day, and you go out and play really well. I mean, it's still, you never know where it's going to show up throughout the course of the season, and those are things that you have to own as a player. You got to own as a coach. It's our job to make sure that that we're addressing those areas of correction, and then the players can apply that throughout the course of the next day. And so tomorrow's going to be a big practice for us. It's been a pretty steady run of quality work defensively, and how we prepared. And today, like I said, just it wasn't one of our best days, and it needs to be.
How is Jordan doing physically?
Good. I mean, felt it started to really turn the corner yesterday. It was right now it's just making sure just kind of in a recovery mode there. And there were some guys that you saw today that were just, it jumped on them because being out for a week and just all the ailments that they went through last week, just to get the hydration back, just to get used to the conditioning level. A lot of crud that's kind of rolling through, and it affects just conditioning levels. But I thought Jordan came out and it was a good day's work. Obviously we'll see as he continues to how he responds throughout this week. But it was good to have him back out here.
You look like you have a lot more players out here this Tuesday than last week.
That is definitely a correct statement. There were a lot more players out here Tuesday than last week, so it was good. We had very limited. We still have some guys that were out, and it was, but it was very limited in that. So hopefully we'll get them back and get them back working.
Emmett's a guy who's obviously from down there and wants to get back on the field. How much do you have to kind of keep him at a certain pace, not overdo it?
Yeah, that's when guys are coming off injuries. Times you almost have to protect them from themselves. Emmett is getting close, and there is a potential here this week. So we'll see as this week goes. It would be probably a limited basis. Things that he's comfortable in, and an opportunity. But anytime you get to see him out there on the practice field moving around, he's got a bounce, got a step. He's been in this game. He knows the importance, and you're kind of helping some of these young guys, along with that, expectation. And so, I hope this week progresses really well because I'd love to see him out there on the field.
Somebody who's had a little more on his plate, especially in the receiving game with Cam the last few weeks. I guess, have you seen? Obviously he's been the asset as a blocker, but seeing now the growth as a receiving target as well.
And you think about what Jordan's, coming off the injury last year, which was significant. It was. It was one that it's tough for any skilled athlete, to come back from, but you just see the confidence that's emerging from him, and he has been a real receiving threat these last few weeks. And you take a guy of his size and the way that he runs. I mean, you see the confidence that's emerging. He's made some big plays for us, and coupled with that, he's still being a very physical force in the run game. And so it was unfortunate we're without Cam, or Cam was very limited this last week, but we're also without him there in parts of the previous game. But Jordan definitely stepped up and is making the most of those opportunities.
And some of your leaders, guys like Jarvis, Maurice, Pierre, I mean, they're from Miami. Is there an added benefit in a game like this?
Oh, there's no question. I mean, this is a game we've been talking about. It's going to be talked about the rest of their lives. And people always remember this week, this game, this team, what you did. And, if you can't get excited about that, regardless of where you're from, especially those guys that are from Miami. I mean, they grew up with a bunch of the players that we're going to compete against. And, bragging rights are something. But, to be able to have those rights, you got to go earn it. You got to go be successful. And, it is everything in front of us here this week, and we're expecting an unbelievably physical game, one that's going to be a ton of emotion. They're playing at a very high level, and I mean they're a very confident football team right now, and so we've got to go put our best foot forward, and I know our guys are going to fight, and they're going to do it the right way, and but there's no doubt that they want this year to be remembered in a positive sense, for the rest of their lives.
Their quarterback obviously has had a lot of success. How important is the pass rush in a game like this to try to get them off spot?
Oh, it's as critical as probably anything. Being able to stop the run game. They got a very dynamic back that is great. With the ball, in his hand as a runner, but also as a pass catcher out of it. But after you stop the run, I mean these guys they can throw it, and he spins it all the way all over the field. Vertically, horizontally, great arm strength. He's got some receivers that are playing at an exceptionally high level. And so I mean we have to try to disrupt the timing. We got to try to disrupt just the comfort that he's had, being able to sit in the pocket and go through all those progressions. But that's a challenging thing to do. They do a nice job schematically in being able to create the explosive plays, and they're going to give them an opportunity. It's one of the keys to this game.
What do the defensive backs have to do with that in mind that Miami's going to take deep shots, and as a quarterback you can't push the ball? Slow it down.
Yeah, I mean, we got to be great fundamentally. We got to play great with our eyes. We can't get lulled into sleep. Lulled to sleep, and some of the different things, whether it's a play action game, run pass, potential double cuts, kind of the special plays that are going to be going to help push the ball down the field. All of it's on the table, and I've known Coach Lashley for a long time, and a lot of respect for the work that he does, and he's going to very creative mind, and for our guys, we got to trust our fundamentals, trust our eyes, and make sure we're on top of routes. Oh, for the people. The people are going to be disappointed.